I'm Dee.
I'm Leash.
And welcome to
Allow It.
Hey guys, what's good? Another
happening?
fabulous week in this winter wonderland that is
God.
London.
It
Bloody
is-
freezing, brick as usual.
It's too damn cold.
It
out
is
in
too
these streets.
damn cold to do anything, to even breathe, to even be out in these streets to begin with.
That is true.
On that note, are you out in these streets with your friends? Because this week we're talking about friendship breakups. Subject.
Oh my god.
What about it?
There actually has been some big friendship breakups as of recent too, right?
Major ones. There's some podcaster friendship breakups.
Yeah.
Megan Ashley and B Simone.
Oh yes.
That's one. And the girls, the London girls.
Yes.
Let's just call them the London girls.
The London girls. They had a breakup too as well, right?
Exactly. They had a slight breakup.
AKA a friend of ours likes to refer to them as Destiny's Child.
Not just Destiny's Child. London's Destiny's Child.
And London's Destiny's Child.
And just, it's, there's some celebrities in general as well, I think, that have had like friendship breakups. Taylor Swift and what's that girl's name? Selena Gomez. Were they friends at some
they
point?
were friends, right?
Yeah. And then they fell out.
Yeah.
Was it Madonna and Gwyneth Paltrow? They were friends too. They fell out.
Were they besties?
Yeah, they were doing bits.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they fell out. I don't know. Friendship breakups is something
What
else.
about Oh no, they're probably still friends, right? I'm like Kate Moss and Naomi.
Oh yeah, they're definitely. She just posted about her. Don't be like that. She just posted her.
Oh,
it was
friends?
her 50th birthday.
Yeah, that's why I brought her up because I saw that.
She said she's my
she
girl.
turned 50.
She just turned 50. And Naomi
Okay,
posted her
they're
up.
frenemies.
They're still friends. I know. Why would you think that? It's so random.
Choking. Look at me.
I think it's because they barely
break up.
Yeah, I think they barely see each other. So maybe it also helps sometimes with friends. If you barely see each other, then you remain friends for a little while.
No, that's true, actually.
Have you experienced any personally over your 20s, over the years, over, I don't know, in school? Because you're that type of person that just keeps people around.
Keep a friendly.
Keep a friendly. Oh, we call you Lala. Keep like Lala,
exactly.
like Lala Anthony. Keep a friendly.
I'm gonna be very honest. I've had friend pauses,
Okay,
but
friendship pauses.
Yeah, not friendship breakups.
Breakups.
Yeah, so I haven't had any big breakups with any friends, to be honest. I would say though, the reason for this could be because I've moved so much.
Yeah. It wasn't really that deep. Let's just catch up when we catch up.
Basically, I think that kind of plays a part as well. The fact that I've lived in so many different places, and of course, along my travels, I have kind of created a friendship group within those areas. But yeah, no, I've had, it's weird. I've had some instances where a friend would do something, or a friend would think I've done something, and we kind of just not talk.
Pause it.
Yeah, we don't talk for a while. And if they want to address it, we can address it. If they don't want to address it, then we
just
don't.
leave
Yeah,
it.
we
Just
leave
put
it
it under the rug.
Exactly.
I was about to say, do you then come back to said friendship? I don't know, having you saying, "Oh, I've learned something. I need to be a better friend because of it," or they've learned something. They need to be a better friend to me from it. Or do you literally just pick up from where you left off?
I feel like I have picked up from where we left off. To be honest, I'm Switzerland.
Okay.
I am Switzerland. I'm very diplomatic. I think this is something that I said I was going to change about me in the new year, was that I was going to stop being a people pleaser.
Okay,
because I do feel
you are.
I feel like I am.
But that's sometimes not necessarily a bad thing, though. I don't, there's good to it too.
Yeah. But then you'll think about it in certain instances too. Where I have had a friendship break, so to say. And it's because that friend did something to me and then I didn't address it.
Right.
We just kind of picked up from where we left off, like nothing happened. And I feel like, I still should have kind of held that person accountable for what they did.
Yeah, because you're really not progressing within your friendship. Either,
Yeah.
What my issue is, either it ends up, let's say, happening again, but 10 times worse.
Yeah.
So and it might be in the future, or it might happen again in the background. You just don't know about it.
Yeah.
Because you never picked up on it to begin with, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's very true. So I think for that, in that instance, moving forward and as I get older, everything's not always going to be hunky-dory.
No,
just not. Like it's not hunky-dory in your relationships. So I think, it's very important if a friend does something that you don't appreciate or that you don't like, that, you should be able to address it.
And bring it up, exactly.
And then move on from there. I think at this age that I'm in, I think I'm too old to be having friendship breakups.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I feel like my tribe that's there now, that's around me now, like it's for a lifetime.
Yeah, exactly.
So, at this rate, we're family. So if something happens, yeah, exactly. We hope so. Let's hope down the line we're not deleting all the videos.
Imagine making them private.
We're not deleting all the videos. Oh my gosh,
Oh yeah.
They don't talk anymore.
Exactly.
The friendship done broken up.
I know.
So yes, we're gonna put good energy out there that whatever the issue is that we will
resolve it and it gets solved. But I'm thankful that within our friendship, actually, there has been such honesty in every aspect. There hasn't been any incidents where someone has felt away and not either brought it up or taken the time that they need, not necessarily addressed it, but maybe realized that maybe they were feeling away because of other things that were happening around them. Exactly. And this is the reason why they feel away, because of what's happened within the friendship. But we've moved on very swiftly and very rarely ever have held on to anything over in the decade that we've been friends. So
exactly.
Yeah, that's really, really dope. I think it's rare as well to see, especially in this day and age. It's so rare because people are just interchangeable and replaceable every two seconds.
They are. It's a crazy world that we live in. What about you? Friendship breakups?
Oh yeah, heavy on the friendship breakups. It comes from a place of trauma. Let me dip deep into it just a little bit. Okay. But as you may or may not know, my parents passed away at a very young age, mother and father. So I was orphaned at quite a young age. Because of that, people for me are disposable, right? And this was only in my 20s, not now. Now I'm too old for all of that nonsense. But, in my 20s, I genuinely felt like, whatever, we have an argument or we don't even need to have an argument. I was a serial ghoster. You do any little funny little thing for me, that's it. I don't need to speak to you again, because the most important people in my life, they passed on. I don't necessarily need to. I can find another friend. As long as you're still alive, you're good with. I'll find another friend. It wasn't an issue for me. And in my 20s as well, I think I was grieving the loss of my parents, and during that time I was not processing a lot of things. I was just not in a good place. Because of this, whoever was around me most probably also felt it. We were hanging on to each other because we were both going through things.
Trauma bonding.
Exactly, we were trauma bonding, going through things, but we're not discussing it. We're just partying through it and hoping for the best. So anyone who dipped in and dipped out, I never felt any type of way. Tomorrow we could be friends. Tomorrow we can't be friends. And that didn't bother me. No left, right, no center. And they were only noticeable because I only keep a very, very limited amount of people in my life. And of course, if one person dips, people are going to say, oh, where's that person? Yeah, because of course I only have a few people around me. But now I realize this as I've gotten older, that you really have to cherish friendships, cherish the people that are around you, because regardless of what's happening or what you're healing from or what's going on, fix it, because people, I'm doing the opposite effect now, which is people don't last forever.
Yeah.
So you should know to cherish the people that are around you instead of discarding them like, they're nothing. So yeah, I'm too old for friendship breakups now. If you're my friend currently, we're gonna be riders for a little while. If you've got any issues, which rarely ever happens actually now, we discuss it and we move on. But yeah, it's really hard out there for people, especially if you're really, really close to someone. I can see with these celebrities that we're talking about, that even in their work that they're doing, you can still see that there is like a gap there or a void.
Yeah.
Because like that friend was their better half in one way or another. Of course, they can find another friend or they have other people around them, but it's just never the same.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, especially when it's one of those situations where it's like when you see that person, you're gonna see that person.
Exactly. Yeah. And then all of a sudden
you have to disassociate that person now
from that.
Yeah.
Completely. Yeah, it's a weird one, and a lot of people are saying that women actually find the friendship breakups more traumatizing than actual breakups within just intimate relationships. Like partner relationships. So whether it's their boyfriend or girlfriend that they've broken up with, they don't feel as bad as they would have as they've broken up with their best friend.
Yeah. I mean, I could see that. It makes sense, because it's kind of, I mean, even for women, you would say that you've built a sisterhood with that person. So essentially it's kind of like, I've lost my sister. So somebody that, knows a lot of my deepest, darkest
exactly,
secrets,
exactly.
And now all of a sudden that person's out of my life.
The issue is that the girls are spilling the tea, and that's not nice.
Yes.
That's not nice. One thing about it is that even when I was in my 20s and I stopped being friends with someone, regardless of how long we'd been friends for, a few months, a few years or whatever, you would never, ever hear me speak ill about them. There was never going to be that point, because that person at some point trusted me with that information. Yeah. I could not in any way then start. If anyone was to ask me, oh, Dee, how's so-and-so? I'll be like, oh, yeah, they're cool. Yeah. I just haven't spoken to them in a while. Yeah. And that's all. I would never then dwell into, oh, well, this happened when this happened and that. It's mad to me that people move that way.
Yeah. And then also, that's why I've said I've had friendship pauses, because you never know what could happen down the line. Yeah, you never know when you might run into that person again. You never know when actually, you might need that person one time. So it's just, for me, it's a matter of, even if things don't work out, there's no need to burn bridges.
Any bridges? Yeah, exactly.
So, just to be out there, spilling the tea and then being like, well,
business. That's the worst, because at this big age, like, don't you have anything else to focus on besides just spilling someone's tea that you're not friends with anymore? And it's always just comes from an ugly place. So has that ugly place been there while you're still friends with that person? It has to happen.
Well, you go low, I go lower.
Exactly. Yeah.
I go lower. So it's like, what you saying?
No, nobody's listening to Michelle.
It's like,
no, I don't want to listen to Michelle.
Nobody wants to go. Going high is not entertaining.
It's more entertaining to go lower.
Yeah, it's more entertaining to go lower. So, it's more entertaining to spill the tea and be like, well, she did XYZ.
Of course.
That's why she's always been cheating on her husband. That's why we don't even know if that kid is really his.
There you know. So, everybody says she ain't got no money nowhere.
Exactly.
That's all a lie. She's living a facade.
Yeah. She's wearing fake designer all the time.
It's so funny that you say that, because I've got a new neighbor upstairs, and the old neighbor who used to live there. So there's the other neighbors that are around. So the new neighbor is still getting letters from the
old
old
neighbor,
neighbor,
okay,
right? The old
right,
still getting letters from there. So then she was then speaking to the other neighbors around and saying, "Oh, how can I get in contact with them? How can I get in contact with them? Do you know?" Instead of just doing return to sender, I think she's just being a nice person.
Yeah.
And then
that.
you know what the girl said, "Girl, you don't need to do all of that. Honestly, they were terrible people. If I tell you, these people used to hang out every day.
See what I mean?
They used to take their kids to Brighton together. They used to go and get their nails done together. They were peoples." She said, "Hold on 1 minute. You don't need to send those letters, because all of that stuff that her kids are wearing and the car that her husband is driving, that's all on loan. They've got no money. She puts everything on Klarna."
Ooh, no
Hello, Klarna. Not the Klarna girls. And she puts everything on Klarna. She doesn't pay anything, but yeah, exactly. She doesn't pay anything back. She's severely in debt. She's going through catalogs. And I'm like, damn, girl, this new neighbor had no clue. She's just over here asking if you still got her contact or not.
Exactly.
Why are you telling these people's business?
And then I bet you when she sees her, she'll be like, "Hey, girl,
of course she will.
We miss you so much. It
most
hasn't
definitely.
been the same around, the neighborhood without you."
Goodness, her husband left her, and then best believe he had kids outside of the marriage and I'm like, wow. And this is all just in the wintertime. It's so cold. There ain't no need for you to be standing out there. And bear in mind, the new neighbor was in their house talking down through the window. And this girl was outside. People are mad.
Wow.
They're truly wild and mad.
Yeah, no. So...
People are truly mad.
People will be out here just dragging you.
Now that I think about it, because I have mentioned that obviously I could have worked harder or to maintain the relationships that I had, the friendships that I had when I was younger. I still don't feel like there were losses. I just need to clarify that.
This
because
back to I just need to exes.
No, I just need to clarify that, because somehow, certain people are just in your life. No, like, I'm not interested. We've been there, we've done that.
Do you want to go for a coffee?
No, I don't mind going for a coffee with people. I'm just saying I'm not saying that they were full losses and my life ended because those friendships ended. That's not the case. Yeah. It's just a case of those were the people that were in my life during that phase, and they were meant for that phase.
Yeah,
now the season that I'm in now, they wouldn't be able to fit. There would be basically a square trying to get into a triangle. It just wouldn't. It wouldn't work. But we can hang out and we can have coffee. Of course. Come on now. I'm not that bad. I might be the trophy, but I'm not that bad. I'm not that bad. Yeah, there were, and I needed to get to maybe a point where I was so alone that I needed to fix myself first before trying to, get into this friendship or that friendship. Yeah, I needed time to just relax and chill.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah, but the my peoples that I have now, those are my peoples for lifers. Yeah, I hope they think the same of me. Because otherwise,
my peoples, you either think that of me or you don't.
Or you don't.
It's your business.
Either way, I think that of you.
I do think I am the prize in my friendships. Let me just put that out there.
Oh, okay. God. Not you being the Beyonce.
My man might say different in our relationship, but in my friendships, I'm definitely the prize.
You're Beyonce? You're the Beyonce?
I'm Beyonce.
Of the group.
I'm Beyonce, Solange, Tina, and Matthew.
Oh, goodness.
I'm everybody.
I've got a few people that would beg to differ. I know a few people that they're haters. Exactly. Then. Just in general, I think we discussed this because one of our friends was going. Oh, not a friend, just an acquaintance was going through some sort of like a friendship breakup. Yeah. But we've got to realize, like, really right now we need each other. Anything you can fix. Anything that you think, okay, has completely overstepped your boundaries, then allow it.
Exactly. I think, talk about it. Don't be afraid to, in this day and age, as you said, you know, we're not here forever.
Mm-hmm.
So if the friendship is actually truly dear to your heart and you're like, you know, I don't want to lose this person, I would say, you know, have a conversation. Just like how some women out there will have a conversation with a man that continues to cheat on them, drag them. They will give him every
20,000 chances
in the world.
under the sun, but they wouldn't give their friends. It's not possible. They wouldn't give them one itty bitty chance.
Exactly. So I just feel like, you know, to each his own. Everybody should do what works for them, but I say, in this day and age, don't, you know, have a discussion, let them know how, you know, how you feel and what you guys can do to work on the relationship to try to mend it as well. So
especially if it's about things don't matter, they come and go.
Exactly.
But, you know, with people, like I said, it's more important to keep them close to you, especially when you have kids like us now, like, because then our kids are friends too. You're not only breaking up with that person, but your children are also breaking up with that person.
Exactly.
Because they've been around them now, and their kids too. So just keep it just keep it kosher and keep it pushing.
All I know is that if you're a friend of mine and you have a relationship with my kid and I don't talk to you anymore, you still picking her up. I don't care. I'm not playing that. I'm not talking to her anymore. So I can't talk to the kids anymore.
No,
we're not doing that, okay?
You can come screw face
at
my ring and pick up that kid.
I'll tell them meet you at the door, okay?
Meet you at the door.
Please,
exactly.
We're not doing that.
Talking about friendships, actually, you know, the friendships the friendships whereby, you know, people see you doing something. So let's us with this podcast, for instance, right? And they'll say, oh God, okay, those two, not another podcast. Just because you and your friend can't make a podcast.
Oh, don't be arguing.
You and your friend.
Okay?
There's honestly plenty.
Room for everybody.
What is it? Plenty fish in the sea. There's money. There's literally, if there's a way where people just want to express themselves, let people express themselves.
Exactly.
And if you can't find a friend who you can express yourself with, that's none of our business.
No.
We can maybe in the comments, actually, if you guys want to be friends in the comments, if you want to create some kind of friendship, and maybe you guys can do something together, and then that might work, because it don't make no sense to me.
Exactly. I feel like, you know, don't be attacking people.
Don't be attacking. There's people been attacking us, actually.
They've been attacking us.
And we've only been around 2 minutes.
Which is very rude.
Exactly. You people are not keeping no friends.
No.
Exactly. You're lonely at home.
Nobody wants to be your friend.
Exactly.
You guys are very, very mean.
You're rude.
Very rude behavior.
Exactly.
Okay?
You're at home on your keyboard just typing
you guys
nonsense.
Have no behavior.
Exactly.
Just
no
out
behavior.
Here attacking people that you don't know.
Actually, talking up, we still sticking to the friends thing. Isn't it surprising that no one has actually, out of all of Diddy's friends, no one has come up to speak up for him? Or really against him?
Very true. Wow. I didn't even think about that.
No one has
true.
said, actually, that's my boy. You lot are talking nonsense. That could never. People that have been partying with him, people that have been drinking his drink, people that have been in his pool, people that have been getting outfits from like the beginning of the year for that all white party at the end of the year. None of them people have spoken up for him. Do you think that he has said that don't speak up?
I mean, no, because you remember he had that PR stunt where he was looking like so sad and depressed, and he had those photos.
So when he had his head down
his
like
head
this.
was down,
that's me on a daily. Stressed.
Yeah, he was very stressed out. So I didn't think about it. I know there's been, you know, other music heads that have worked with him in the past that spoke out against him.
Oh, so there is people that spoken. Were they his friends or just music heads in general?
I think they're just music heads in general.
Not you dying.
I know. Diddy's coming for me. Maybe we should stop talking about her.
I think so, to be honest. Next thing you know, you're gone too.
And then I'm gone. Oh my gosh.
And he's posting you up talking about how he loved you.
It's like Cat. We have to make sure we protect Cat at all costs.
Not
He
protecting
aired out the Illuminati.
Protecting Cat and that Fendi jacket that people are saying is not real.
They try to say it's fake. It was Cat saying that.
You have to be very careful coming on camera wearing designer because people be really clocking whether it's
very
real or
rude
not.
Behavior. Just mind your business and face your front.
Their jacket apparently is $8,000 for that jacket.
First and foremost, I was just like, who's that saying that he was
fake.
a fake?
I think they had, when people have got nothing else to say about you, they attack your appearance. So they'll be like, okay, what can I do or say now? Okay, I'm just going to say this and that about him is that and that. But really, there was nothing wrong with that jacket. That was a real jacket. Do you think it's the booze that made him open up that much? I think he was high. Is it the cognac? Because it don't really make no sense. Why?
I feel like
man just got there and said, right.
Let's get to it.
Like I did with the last episode.
Yeah, he didn't waste no time. He was like, let's just dive right into it.
The last episode. Yeah. I didn't even want to say hello. I said, right, what are we talking about?
You didn't ask me how my week was.
No, nothing.
Nothing. Just like, let's just dive straight
let's get into this. Exactly.
Yeah, I think he had a lot to say, and when I say he started the year off with a bang,
he sure did. He's gonna be in the calendar in the shade room.
He's definitely
in January. Exactly.
Cat has got January on lock. It belongs to him because he
did his big one in that interview.
He did.
He had me cracking.
He did. Oh my gosh! It's the comedians.
Oh,
with the light-skinned wives with the weird faces.
Of course.
Now every time I see him, I'm just like, you know what? Cat is stupid. I cannot. I was.
The fact that he's been holding on to that for all these years, and he thought to himself that one interview was the one way he got to spit, because he's a person that has interviews all the time.
Yeah.
So why is it in that one interview he
has
decided
a special coming up
go?
Too, so he knew what he was doing. He has a special coming up. So
he just wanted to rally people around so that people could come and watch.
Whatever he wanted to do, it worked because he fluffed a whole lot of feathers.
Except for Uncle Steve. Uncle Steve couldn't care less. He said, "Where's my Dolce & Gabbana suit?"
Yeah, look at Uncle Steve.
Yeah, he said, "I got money. I got a bank. I ain't responding to nobody."
Because he knows, first and foremost,
he said, "Where's my salmon
Uncle
suit?"
Steve know he ain't lying, so what's he going to say?
Of course, exactly.
What's he going to say?
Yeah. He said, "Where's my salmon suit, please? Just another day. Just another day." In the media, but he hasn't said a darn thing. Everybody else has been ruffled by what he said, which means half the time when that happens, there's some truth to it.
There's some truth to it.
There's some truth
100% there's some truth to it. Yeah. So, we got to protect Cat. We got to stay away from Diddy.
We gotta stay away from
Diddy.
Oh man, Diddy's going through it. Where's his sugar baby? Sugar baby. She's not saying nothing. You think she's still in the background?
I don't even know.
Did you see her with her baby daddy this past weekend?
No.
Yeah, of course, in the club. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, living her life.
So maybe she's,
Yeah, she did that. But she's always said she's single, so it could be.
True, but I mean, maybe now she's trying to kind of separate herself from.
She can't really with that talk show that she has.
Is it on? It's on Revolt, right?
It's on
but
Revolt.
He stepped down from Revolt.
Oh yes, of course, exactly. And he's lost Dionne too. Yeah, all this because of sucking dick. He could just be open about it. Nobody will judge him in this day and age. If you like a little dick here and there, little sucky.
Not a little sucky.
Then it's fine.
I mean,
no judgment.
No
judgment here.
There's no judgment at all.
Exactly.
You have to do what's right for you. As
Just
as
be
long
open
as people
about it.
Give you consent.
Exactly. First of all, consent.
Yes.
Second of all, nobody cares who you're sucking and when you're doing it. Nobody cares. So just Do it.
You
In your
know,
own you're rich.
a lot of men that are womenizers like that, though,
They're normally bisexual.
Come on.
They like a, you know what it is, because they actually don't have any boundaries sexually.
Yeah.
Any way to get pleasure, regardless of where it's coming from, they're on it.
I believe it.
They're on it.
I believe it.
Any way to get any type of pleasure. They couldn't care less where the pleasure is coming from. But like I said, just be open about it. He's got bare money. Nobody cares if he's bisexual or not.
Exactly.
Nobody actually deeps it and cares. Everyone's at their house worrying about their electric bill and their gas in this kind of weather. Nobody cares.
Too cold.
Exactly.
And then somebody, specifically from Dionne, because I was told I have shit taste in music.
Spill it. What is it now?
Someone said they would like you to speak on Diddy, which you did.
Yeah.
But they also want to know about your feelings on the whole Tupac and Biggie situation.
You know what? I don't even know what to say about. First of all, I don't know why you entrust me with that discussion, because that's one hell of a heavy discussion. I've actually never really deeped it. But you know, they've arrested that guy. He's in Vegas. What's his name?
I don't even know, but I heard he said that it was a joke, that it wasn't him. He wasn't being serious.
But why would you just say things like that? It doesn't even make any sense. Also, to brag on about it for years. Apparently it's not a new thing.
Oh, he's been talking about it for ages.
He's been bragging about it for years. And no one has really just put on, but you know, FBI, after investigation, it's like, sirs, you're lying, you haven't been investigating. Please. There was something else maybe that they wanted to mask. They sort of, let's talk about Pac and Biggie. I just say RIP to them. Let them rest in peace. Allow it. Just let them rest in peace. At some point, what happened in the darkness will come to light.
Exactly.
And if it's coming out to light now, let it be. Is Mr. Saki involved? I don't know. I can't speak on that.
You're talking about friendship.
Yeah, exactly. I can't speak on that, because whatever was happening friendship wise then, it's such a shame that they actually didn't. You know, now how the rappers now, they have beef now, but they'll market it.
Yeah,
they'll make money from it.
I mean, they marketed their beef.
They did.
Yeah, because they turned into a whole like West Coast, East Coast thing. And obviously, I feel like Suge was the mastermind behind, you know, the whole West Coast drama.
Is it then the like the fans, do you think? Not fans, but let's say the people around them that had beef against each other and not necessarily actually them? Because that kind of happens sometimes. Let's say, you know, your boys or whatever, you don't like one person, like, oh yeah, okay, you know, I don't like their boys, and then it just becomes a beef that way. But really, there ain't no beef really between the two of them. They just out here trying to do what they do separately and make money the way they make money.
Yeah, no, I think it had to be because at that time it was Bad Boy and dang, I forgot, what was the name of Suge's record label?
Death Row, isn't it?
Death Row, yeah. So because Death Row and Bad Boy, they were like the biggest labels at the time during that time. Yeah. So
why does he look broke, by the way? That's the other thing.
Who?
Because he lost his money. The guy, Suge or whatever.
He's in jail.
I know, but outside of jail, he still looks broke.
I'm sure somebody's taking care of his commissary. I think he's all right.
We always go back to money. We ain't got no fucking shame.
Oh my God. I think
we actually ain't
now
got
why
no
does
shame.
he look broke?
Exactly.
And he's in the pen.
Yeah, no, he was just looking very dusty even before he was in the pen. He was looking very dusty. I'm not so sure why. I don't know. We're just out completely on a tangent there. Off topic completely. But yeah, I don't know if that, I can't really speak on that. You know,
at least you tried for the person that was.
I did try for the person that was interested. I do love the fact that they interested me in that topic. But yeah, I'll at you. Yeah. I couldn't cover it the way you most people wanted me to.
It's been real, y'all. You know, keep your friendships close.
Exactly.
And maybe keep your enemies closer. But yeah, I'm Leash.
I'm Dee.
And this is
Allow It.
Allow It.